Hey there guys, and welcome back to another episode of what I like to unofficially call Skate Talk. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect in your first year of skateboarding as a beginner. So today we're going to be going over quite a lot, so I will probably try and chapter it or timestamp it down in the description below, just so you guys can choose where you actually start in your skateboarding career, because you might be at a different point than some others are. So we're starting from the very start, so let's just jump right into it. So number one is going to be learning that skateboarding isn't as easy as it seems, because a lot of people get inspired by looking at other skaters. Like maybe you see me playing skate, maybe you see me doing skateboarding videos eventually coming soon, but maybe you're watching Braille, or maybe you're watching Garrett, or maybe you're watching Brian Arnett. You know, watch all these guys. They're very fun to watch. If you want to get some people for recommendations for watching skating content on YouTube, those are the guys. Their links will be down in the description below, if I remember this time, because last week we didn't. Anyway, you're gonna get your first board, and again, if you want a board recommendation, there will be a video link down below to another video of mine. It will also be in the end cards that talks more about that. But you're gonna get your first board, you're gonna go to the skate park, you're gonna try push, and then you're gonna maybe fall, or you're gonna slip out, or you're gonna do something. And that's the thing, like, that's natural, don't worry about that. But you're going to realise after that it is a lot harder than you expected. You thought, oh, I'm gonna go and have fun and get straight into all these tricks and stuff, and you're not. I can guarantee from personal experience, you're not. I've been battling a kickflip for the last like half a year. Just so you guys know. But anyway, we'll get back into the kickflip thing later on. So what I suggest to you guys who are, you know, just starting, like literally brand new, maybe you started last week, maybe you started like 2 months ago, maybe you started about a month ago, you can't even push yet, right? So what I'm going to recommend to you guys is you learn to push, then after you learn to push, you learn to stop, and then after you learn to stop, you learn to do tic-tacs and turn and all that stuff. Again, you can do the turning and stuff when you're pushing. I'm just giving you guys all the rough kind of ideas. So just to recap, learn to push, learn to turn, learn to stop, learn to tic-tac, learn to do smaller manuals, and then you can start to progress on to things like always, shove it's, all that stuff. Anyway, we're going to get into our next point, which is actually being scared. Now, you can be as scared as you want. Like, I'm going to be honest, be as scared as you want, be as scared as you can be, or don't. Because skateboarding's all about getting over your fears, right? So, if you're scared right now about, like, maybe pushing and falling or something like that, don't worry about that. Just try and push through, and just push through and push through and push through. That's the best advice I can give you. And expect to fall, because, like, you being scared of skateboarding and stuff is a natural thing in it, and you will fall. Just be ready for it. And the other thing I will put on top of this, because we're talking about being scared and falling and stuff, I would suggest practicing falling onto something like grass, or like something like that's soft, you know? So basically what I'm suggesting is you run your board, and I'll try and find a video for this if I can, but you're going to want to run your board straight into the grass while you're riding like you would normally ride, and you're just going to let that momentum take you, just so you can learn to fall on something that's not going to hurt you. Obviously don't do it on hard grass or hard surfaces, because again, we're not trying to get you to be scared of the ground, we're trying to get you to be ready just for that eventuality to happen. You will fall, you will hurt yourself. And that kind of brings me into kind of my next point, and that's when you start to land your first trick. So maybe your ollie, maybe your manual, maybe your shove it, whatever it is, whatever your first trick is, the feeling of that land is going to inspire you so much more, and you're going to get cocky, you're going to get, you know, that rush of adrenaline, feeling like you can do anything. Keep hold of that, because that will let you commit so much more to so many other tricks, and once you realise that you can land one, you can land all of them, right? So the more confidence you have in yourself, you're going to have a lot more fun. Remember, just have fun with skateboarding as well, because that actually comes into a point later on. So getting your first trick is basically the best feeling you can have, and it gets rid of all those fears about being scared, about being injured. You know, if you can do it, you can do it, you know? So the next thing, and I guess this is what, the third, fourth point, something like that. Editor Artemis, tell me right now. Okay, thanks. I still don't know because, again, that was done in post, but, you know. The next thing is actually learning the basics. So, you know, you're pushing, you're stopping, all that stuff. You'll start to get more comfortable with the board, and maybe you're like, maybe a few months in now. Say you've learned to push, you've learned to stop, and you're learning to turn. Now, the next thing I would suggest before doing tricks is ride it everywhere. Ride it to the store, ride it to school, ride it to the bus stop, ride it back home, ride it to work, whatever. And just get comfortable on that board. And once you're comfortable on that board, you're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna like just try random stuff because, again, you're just wanting to have fun with it, right? That's what skateboarding's all about. So have fun and make sure that you're not pushing yourself too hard. I know a lot of beginner skaters want to push themselves hard, or if you have a friend that has been skating for a couple of years, do not try and impress them or you will fall, like one of my friends did. But actually, bringing in my friend to this is actually going to bring me to my next point. And you know who you are, by the way. Jedi. But this next thing is going to be your big fall. So your big fall that will take you out of skating for a couple weeks, maybe a month. Maybe it's like a broken arm, maybe it's like a badly bruised like elbow, or maybe it's just like a sprained wrist. Like that was my first big fall, was a sprained wrist. Again, we can get into that another day on how I fell, but the other thing is like this big fall is your make or break point of skateboarding. You can either let the fear take over you, or you can push through that fear and keep going and not let it take control of you, I guess. So my best advice for this part is just get out skating as soon as you can. Don't obviously rush it, but just get out as soon as you can and as soon as you feel able to. Again, if you've got an injured arm, I'd say at least wait 2-3 weeks, just in case you do fall on that arm again and cause more damage than you need to. Don't do what I did with my sprained wrist. I literally wrapped it up and still kept skating, and that was it. So yeah, don't do what I do. It's do what I say, not what I do, right? And I guess the next thing is, after like you're feeling in tune with your board, you've had your big fall, you'll be feeling in tune with your board again, obviously, and you'll feel like everything flows together, right? So the next thing, you'll be trying to skate different places and stuff. And with different places, especially in America, especially in bigger cities, there will be security. And this will be the first time you get kicked out of a place. You get kicked out for skating or anything like that. I've had my experience with that almost, I guess, technically it was at Comic-Con. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to go into it. But yeah, you're going to find your first place that you'll get kicked out of, and just go back and skate there at like a different time of night, or you have a different security guard who likes skaters that tells you the best places to hide. Again, knowing someone on the security team and knowing when the schedule is always a good idea. I'm kidding, YouTube, I don't endorse it, but again, if you know someone, it's always handy. Anyway, the next thing in your skateboarding journey, especially in this first year, is getting your first like actual props for, you know, doing a skate trick. So it could be an ollie, it could be doing a grind, it could be doing a kickflip if you're that far ahead, it could be doing a shove it, it could be doing something as simple as getting on your board from a running start. You know, like when you get that first trick in front of someone and they get hyped for you, oh, the feeling, trust me, the feeling is so magical. And like once you get it, you'll understand what I mean, but it's like just so euphoric in your mind, and like that dopamine hit is just blessed, you know. The next thing you're going to do, and I've not done this yet, surprisingly, because again, I switch my boards out quite regularly. I can't say that apparently today. Is breaking your board. Now, breaking your board can come in a whole bunch of different ways. You could be trying an ollie off a 2-stair, a 3-stair, a 4-stair. It's just when you have been riding your board so long that you just snap it in half, or you snap it at the wheels, or you snap the tail, or something, right? So you just land like really hard and the board breaks, right? Or you get mad at a trick and then you put your foot through the board, which is called focusing your board, and you snap your board in half out of rage, or anything like that. Now, the last thing that you will start to learn, and you'll probably learn this kind of throughout the entire progression of your year of skateboarding, that is learning like all the language. So like steezy, steezy, all the trick names, you know, crooked, all those kind of things, switch, front side, back side, you know, all those kind of things, right? And if you guys want another video on me breaking down some skate turns to help you along with your skate lingo, leave it down in the comments below. And I know 90% of you are not subscribed, so subscribe as well while you're down there, because it always helps the channel and we're trying to get as many people to skate as we can. So come join us in our journey of skating, gaming and everything else that we do, because I don't know what else we're doing. We do reactions too, that's what we're doing. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the video. Leave it down in the comments below what I missed, if I missed anything. If you have some experiences, feel free to share them down in the comments as well. What was your first year skateboarding like? And if you're new to skateboarding and you've just started your first year of skateboarding, how is it going for you? Do you need any help? I'm sure there will be some sort of skaters, or I will even comment and reply to any help that you need. So anyway, I'm going to see you guys later, and as always, happy skating and peace out. You!